Hi, OJ. They say a mother's love knows no bounds. That a mother would die for her child, walk through fire, tear down heaven itself to protect what she carried in her womb for 9 months. They are right. But what they don't tell you is this. Sometimes a mother's love demands the unthinkable. Sometimes, to save everyone else, you must destroy the one person you would die for. I know because I did it. I'm sitting here in the darkness of my room, listening to the rain that finally returned after she was gone. My hands still shake when I think about the night. The village called me a hero. They bring me food, they bow their hands in respect when I pass. But every time I close my eyes, I see her face, not twisted with rage and fire, but soft, trusting, the way she looked at me when she was 3 years old and thought I could fix everything. You want to know what happened, OJ? You want to hear how a mother became a murderer? Then listen. Listen carefully, because this is not just my confession. It's a warning. I need to tell you what I did, what I had to do. I had to kill my own daughter. Let me start from the beginning, before you judge me, before you call me a monster. For years, my husband and I tried for a child. Years of empty prayers, failed sacrifices, visits to herbalists who promised miracles that never came. The village women laughed behind their hands. Barren, they whispered. Cursed. Do you know what that does to a woman? To fill your womb is a grave instead of a garden. We were desperate, so desperate that when someone mentioned a pastor, not one from our church, but one who performed spiritual special rituals in a prayer camp in Dodowa, we didn't hesitate. We traveled there one midnight when no one would see us. The pastor's eyes were different. They held something I couldn't mention, something that made my skin crawl, even as he smiled and welcomed us. His prayer room was filled with candles, strange symbols drawn on the wall, and the air smelled like incense and something else, something wrong. When we begged him for a child, he laughed. Not the warm laugh of a man of God, but something cold. I can give you a child, he said, his voice like rock scrapping together. But she would not be yours alone. She will bring you joy, but sorrow to many. Do you accept? I should have said no, OJ, but God forgive me. I should have walked away. But I was tired, so tired of being mocked, of feeling incomplete. So we said yes. My husband squeezed my hand as we spoke the word, and I felt something shift in the air around us, something cold and final. The pastor made us drink something bitter from a clay pot and spoke words I didn't understand. They weren't English. They weren't any language I knew. Within weeks, I was pregnant. The whole village celebrated. Women danced around me, singing that God had blessed my womb. But they didn't know what kind of blessing was growing inside of me. The night my daughter was born, the marketplace in Koforidua caught fire. No one started it. It just erupted, flames rising like magic, consuming everything. People screamed that it was a bad sign. At that exact moment, I pushed my daughter into this world. She was beautiful, skin that glowed, bright eyes, bright laughter. But her laugh had an echo, like two voices speaking at once. I told myself I was imagining things. I had to. As she grew, the sign became impossible to ignore. Goats refused to come near her. Dogs barked endlessly when she walked by. Sometimes the wind would just stop when she came outside. People began to fear my little girl, but I held her tighter. She was mine, my miracle. Then came the day my husband beat her for insulting an elder. That night, I woke to his screaming. His body was twisted, bones broken, tongue ripped from his mouth. He died slowly, unable to even beg for help. I knew then what I had brought into this world. But she was still my daughter. What kind of mother turns on her daughter? School was a nightmare. Children fell sick if they sat near her. Teachers gave her perfect marks without checking her work, too terrified to fail her. Then there was one boy who mocked her in class. The next morning, he woke up deaf, completely permanently deaf. The doctors found nothing wrong with his ear. It was her punishment. Everyone knew it. At night, I would find my daughter awake, staring at walls, smiling at nothing. "Who are you talking to?" I would ask, my heart hammering. "The pastor's friend," she would say simply. Not our pastor, not my pastor, the pastor. The village men came one night when I thought my heart couldn't beat any further. 10 of the village's bravest men, armed with poisoned sticks, surrounded our hut. I heard them whispering outside, preparing to kill my child while I sleep. I wanted to scream OJ, to warn her, but my voice wouldn't come. I was frozen. Between mother and villagers, between love and survival. The stones never reached her. They turned in mid-air and flew back into the hunter's chests. All 10 men dead in seconds, their eyes wide with horror. My daughter walked out calmly, her eyes glowing faintly in the darkness. They thought they could touch me, she said softly, but no one can touch me. After that, the land itself began to die. The sun wouldn't rise some mornings. When it finally did, it scorched everything. The rain stopped, the rivers dried up, crops withered, hunger stalked every home. Children died in their mother's arms. And my daughter, she grew stronger. She never complained of hunger or thirst. She would stand outside at night, smiling at the dark sky, drawing power from it while everyone else starved. The elders consulted a fetish priest, our priest and the diviner. I went with them, though part of me didn't want to hear the answer. The priest threw his cowrie shells and spoke the words that would haunt me forever. Only one person can end her power, her own mother. For the love of a mother can hide the plans from her eyes. They all turned and looked at me. They wanted me to kill my own child. Can a mother kill her own daughter? I whispered. If you do not, the priest said, placing his hands on my shoulder, all will die. I didn't sleep for days, OJ. I would watch my daughter play and laugh, looking so innocent. But everywhere she went, people trembled. Children ran from her shadow. Mothers pulled their babies close when she passed. I loved her, OJ. God knows I loved my daughter more than my own life. But she was killing everyone. The priest said the only way to break her bond with the pastor was to feed her kola nut, something she must never taste. So I went to the market with trembling hands and bought them. Such small thing to carry, such power. That night, I cooked her favorite meal, fufu with groundnut soup. My tears mixed with my sweat as I grounded the kola nut secretly and mixed them into the smooth pounded cassava and plantain. Every sound made me jump. My heart pounded so hard I thought she would hear it from the other room. "My child, come and eat," I called, my voice cracking. "I made your favorite." Her face lit up with joy. She sat down laughing innocently, trusting. My daughter trusted me. She took the first bite. The air grew heavy. The lamp flickered. Her smile faded slowly, and she looked at me with those sharp eyes, suddenly knowing everything. "Mama," she whispered, "what have you done?" I couldn't speak, OJ. Tears poured down my face as she ate the poison of her own power. She dropped the food. Her body convulsed as if something was tearing her apart from inside. Her eyes turned black, and her voice came out deep, doubled and terrifying. "Mama, you betrayed me." I fell to my knees. "Forgive me, my child. I did this to save the people. You are my blood, but your power is destroying everyone. Do you think you can end me with food?" She screamed, and her voice shook the entire village awake. Her skin grew hot. Flames burned from her arms, lightening the walls of our compound. She screamed in agony, a sound that will echo in my nightmares forever. The villagers gathered outside, watching in terror as fire rose from our home. I reached for her. "My child, I love you. Even now, please forgive me." She looked at me one last time, and I saw it. Beneath the rage and the fire, I saw my little girl, the daughter I prayed for, the answer to years of tears. "You gave me life," she said, her voice breaking, "and now you take it away." The flames consumed her. Fire rose higher than the moon, so bright I couldn't see. For a moment, I thought the whole village would burn. Then the fire folded into itself and vanished, leaving only smoke and silence. And ashes, just ashes floating in the night's air. My daughter was gone, OJ. The village healed after that. The sun returned, the rains came. Life went on. People thanked me, called me a hero, said I saved them all. But every night, I wake up reaching for a child who isn't there. Every laugh I hear, every little girl I see, it's her face I remember, her smile, the way she would run to me calling "Mama." They say some children still hear laughter by the Densu River at night. They say they see a shadow of a girl dancing on the water surface. Some believe my daughter's spirit still walks between this world and where the pastor called her from. I don't go near the river anymore. I can't bear to. So now, you know what I did. I made a deal with a pastor who trafficked with darkness, and I paid with my daughter's life. The village forgave me, the land forgave me, but I will never forgive myself. Tell me, OJ, what would you have done? When the choice is between your child and the world, what choice is there really? Because I chose, and I will carry that choice until the day I die. God forgive me. I killed my own daughter. This is Anonymous OJ, and if you are new here, I would like you to like, subscribe, share, comment, and hype this channel. And tell somebody about your Anonymous OJ. I'll see you in our next conversion.